You will all remember my name when you all will see in your portfolios, you will have 8 to 10 figures. Claim it. Say you receive it. You will have 10 figures. You will have 12 figures in your bank account when we become financial free. Now, Elon Musk, he tweeted this: a new philosophy of the future is needed. I believe it should be curiosity about the universe, expand humanity to become a multi planet, then interstellar species to see what's out there. Family, if you guys are not understanding, Dogelon Mars is the key, it is the gem, it is our currency. Now, there will be a currency in Mars, and most people say, oh, I won't move to Mars. I might visit and come back, or some people may not visit. So what? Cool. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is how your portfolio will look at the end. And where I'm looking at, you will see that you will have 8 to 10 figures in your portfolio just holding Dogelon Mars. Most people are not believers. I am a believer. Now, on the Wall Street Journal, they're saying that the dollar, the dollar emergency is worse than you think. Now, come on, family. I've been preaching about this for about a couple of months or a year about the whole dollar. The value of the dollar is decreasing. They're trying to figure out what they can use to get away from the economic crash. Now, from the economic crash, you guys all know with the inflation and everything that's going on at this time. But central bankers are worried. They're like, what should we do? But honestly, I don't believe that they are worried. I believe they know what is going on. They're already prepping behind the scenes with digital assets. Now, with Dogelon Mars, Dogelon Mars will beat inflation. Most people say, how can it beat inflation? It's not even nowhere to a penny. How can it be? It's possible. And this is not just 10% of faith, 20% of faith. This is 100% that I truly do believe. Dogelon Mars will beat inflation. It is the hedge to inflation. You hear how everybody else talk about, oh, Bitcoin is the hedge of inflation, which is true. It is true. But it's all about the different digital assets that you hold that can hedge the inflation, family. Now, I'm going to show you guys this here. Senator Pat Toomey, this is what he says. While crypto has the potential to become part of our everyday lives, the current tax code stands in the way. Senator Sinema and I are teaming up to make it easier to use digital currencies as a common method of payment by exempting from taxes small personal transactions. Now, family, like what I said, the whole government, they're switching over. They have already switched over with Dogelon Mars, with XRP, with XLM. But family, if you guys only knew, the government will be using Dogelon Mars. Yes, I said it. The government will be using Dogelon Mars. Most of you guys may not believe me, but they will be using Dogelon Mars. Now, if you see this here, this is the 1959 cost of living. Okay, a new house back in the days cost $12,400. Average income $5,016 per year. A new car was around $2,250. Average rent was for $97. Tuition to Harvard University was $12.50. Gasoline was 25 cents per gallon, family. So where this is coming from is this is why I said the government will be using Dogelon Mars. You see, everything back in the day in 1959, everything was very, very cheap. Very cheap. And look what happened. You can't buy a house for no $12,000. I mean, you could buy probably a mobile home, a very small mobile home, probably. But You're not going to be able to purchase a brand new big house for $12,400. So now look at the prices of Dogelon Mars. Yes, we went up certain percentages, and yes, the circulation supply is going down. But the point is, so let this marinate to you guys. Let it marinate. We are all going to become wealthy. Yes, you guys know I love my other digital assets, but I truly love XRP, but I really do love Dogelon Mars. I want you guys to understand that. We are going to become wealthy. Look at these prices. Look at these prices. And you cannot say you invest into something and don't believe in it. It's all about long term. We are long-term investors. Short-term investors always lose. They always lose. Warren Buffett said if you're not willing to hold it for 15 seconds, why hold it for 10 years? Why hold it? So stay bullish, family. I'm going to play this clip. Watch it. Give me some feedback. I have a TikTok now. Type in CryptoBrown321. Make sure you follow me. I'm going to make sure I drop more videos on the TikTok as well. But other than that, check out this video, and I'll see you guys in the next clip.
Right now, we got some breaking news out of Washington around crypto and taxes. Alon Moy is here with more on what is happening. Alon, what is happening?
Well, good morning, Brian. A bipartisan pair of senators is introducing a new bill today that would allow consumers to buy things with crypto without having to worry about capital gains tax. Now, this proposal comes from Republican Senator Pat Toomey and Democrat Kyrsten Sinema. The goal is to encourage public adoption of cryptocurrency by making it easier to conduct everyday purchases. Right now, if you buy something with Bitcoin, even just a cup of coffee, you could technically owe the IRS capital gains tax on the crypto that you used. The Virtual Currency Tax Fairness Act would exempt transactions of less than $50 from that requirement. Now, several key industry groups support this idea. Coin Center Executive Director Jerry Brito said he also hoped this bill would expand the development of the blockchain infrastructure. Quote, cryptocurrency needs the same exemption for small personal transactions that we have for foreign currency. This would foster use of crypto for retail payments, subscription services, as well as micro transactions. Now, Congress has been discussing a slew of crypto legislation over the past few months amid all that market volatility. As of yet, none of it has gone very far, though. A bill that would have regulated stablecoins that the House had hoped to formally debate this week, that's been punted until after summer recess. So, Brian, we'll see how much momentum this new crypto tax bill picks up. But it is clear that Congress has its eyes on the industry.
We have all of these potential issues and problems in the world of crypto with different ICOs and the like. The natural question is, what's the regulatory structure that might address these questions? That's a problem. If you stop and if you think about the financial regulatory structure in the United States, it was constructed primarily in the 1930s as a result of the different regimes that we put in place to address the problems that were created by the great crash of 1929. Now, there are great debates about how you regulate crypto, but about the only thing that everybody agrees on is that when Congress adopted this regulatory regime in the 1930s, they weren't thinking about crypto. That was not on their minds. So it doesn't come as much of a surprise that the regulatory regime we have in place, the statutes that we have, are not well suited to the challenges that are raised by crypto. Regulators have to pound square pegs into round holes all the time here because they find new concepts, they find new ideas, and they find precedent in regulations that were never designed to address these. Now, this problem intriguingly exists on three very distinct levels. We've got the federal government in the United States. We then have the individual states, which have their own regulatory regimes. And we then have international regulation, because remember, much of the crypto exists in a stateless form that can be addressed and taken into and out of the system in Britain, in Malta, in Korea, and in the United States. Let's just look at the United States system. That's hellaciously complex in and of itself. First question, when is crypto a security?